Hey guys, greetings from a scooter where we are actually using the scooter as it was intended. Last mile transportation to the subway station. I'm in a bit of a rush today. I want to get over to the Supreme Court. There's a big protest at the Supreme Court and at the Capitol at 11:30. Try to catch both of those, and then who knows what else we'll figure out to do today. So let's swing down to the nearest metro station on this trusty scooter and head downtown. Now, I've shown you this house before. There it is. See that house right there? It's under renovation now. That is one of 3 private residences, 3 in the whole world, designed by the famous architect I.M. Pei. Yeah, the guy who did the Louvre, the guy who did the Bank of China in Hong Kong, the guy who did the National Gallery of Art East. He also designed 3 private homes, one for himself and 2 others for, this was for an architecture teacher, and then another one he designed for a private client. So there are 3 in the world, and 1 is right here in DC. This isn't a very deep station.
Step back to allow customers to...
And out we go to Union Station down by the U.S. Capitol. Let's grab a bike or a scooter, make our way over to the Supreme Court. Well, there was supposed to be a protest at the Supreme Court, and they actually said jail assistance available, meaning they were going to have lawyers to help anyone who got arrested. And it was going to be at 11:30 today, which is now. And I think as you can see, there ain't much going on at all. Our police brought a CDU team, and there's an extra cop or 2 up there on the Supreme Court steps. But other than that, it's really pretty quiet. Slightly higher security than in the past. Got a couple officers behind the fence. These guys out front. Stupid camera. Dumb camera. Yeah, these are the big old barriers. WD-40. I don't see any protesters. Code Pink was supposed to be protesting out here today, but I think they just... Oh, there they are. There's a bunch of pink-shirted people up at the Cannon building. They were protesting the access. Oh, we got the machine guns out. So the automatic weapons are deployed for a vote. Oh, we're still getting the light. This guy's holding the light. He's holding an automatic weapon, and he's holding the light. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Yeah, protesters are trying to get in. So they're trying to get in, to no avail. Due to COVID, the buildings are still closed. They want to go in. They've cornered a congressman. They want access. New York's 16th Congressional District.
Thank you.
So this is Code Pink. They're a big left-wing activist organization, a lot of retirees, and they want to get in the building. They want to get into the building. All of these congressional buildings are still generally closed unless you have an appointment. You can't just walk in, and they just want to walk in and go find their congressman and talk to their congressman. So they're demanding access, which, to be honest, you don't have to be a left-winger to demand access. I mean, right-wingers, left-wingers, they all would like to get in the buildings, but the COVID restrictions still limit the number of people that can go into these buildings, despite most of the rest of Washington, D.C. being open. So the protest today is about access. These people want access to their congressmen. As you see coming out, these are all congressmen coming out. Texas House District number 10. There's a congressman on a scooter. I have no idea who that is. It's kind of funny though. There's something. Here's some Instagram girls doing their Instagram photos. Fried chicken sandwich. Easter market specialty. So we finished our fried chicken lunch, and we'll make our way out of the market now, and then probably find some sort of transportation with wheels. Either a bicycle or a scooter or something that'll let us get out of here quicker, because I think it's going to rain. But we will look at the cakes one more time, just because we like baking. Pineapple peach muffin, I could make that. Pies, lemon meringue, pies. Okay, whew. What a meal. Oh. You know, when you come out, you go into the air conditioning after you've been sweating, that's when you realize, well, you've been sweating. Because I'm like kind of cold. That over there is Capitol Hill Books, one of the last independent bookstores still around in the age of Amazon, specializing in political and history books. If you can look up on the upper deck there, he's got books stacked floor to ceiling. Let's see what the people on the hill are reading. Stanley Tucci book, Secret City. Much of this George Floyd book, C.S. Lewis. And a dog. Hello, dog. Yeah, there is the U.S. Capitol building. And they're still protesting. They still want to go in, the Code Pink people, and they're over here. Jail Trump and the whatever, I can't even pronounce how he did it. The police dog down here. I don't know where else they've tried to go in. Let's see if we can make this without this gate coming down. We made it. They gave up on this building. This is interesting. This is a law enforcement powwow. A bunch of cops meeting to discuss something. Capitol Hill Police, some other agencies. Don't know what. Let's see if we can get around this truck. Made it. You may not like what goes inside, but it's still a pretty building, yeah. It's still pretty iconic. Oh, photobombed. Whoa, a lot of tourists today. Let's swing through the crowds. So, can you guys tell? If you look straight down there, that's the bottom of Capitol Hill, yeah? And we're pretty high up. I mean, this is like, I don't know, a couple 100 feet higher than the rest of the mall down there. So, you know, Capitol Hill is a hill. You guys hear me moaning about it when I'm going up it. But now I'm about to go down it. And, well, that's going to be kind of fun if I don't get hit by these cars. Should we draft behind this bus? We got a good draft. Just smells like diesel. But he's blocking the wind for us pretty good. Really good draft off this bus. Woo! We're in the slipstream now. Oh, a truck! Oh, that sucks. When I was a kid biking out in the country, we used to draft off combines. Combines were great because they were like humongous farm implements. They make this giant slipstream you could just pull in behind. So they're getting set up for the In the Water concert. They got a huge concert this weekend with all sorts of big names, like Pharrell's going to be here, and Usher, and a bunch of other famous musicians who I don't even know who the hell they are, because I'm old. But anyway, they're all going to be here this weekend. There's going to be a huge concert. I think it actually starts tomorrow. Your Federal Trade Commission. What a glorious day to just chill, yeah? Just a bicycle down the street, disobeying traffic laws, photobombing selfies. Let's photobomb this guy. There's your National Archives with the Constitution and Declaration of Independence. I took you in there once. They wouldn't let me film anything. I've got to find a way. I'm going to find a way, guys, to surreptitiously film the Constitution. It's like a mission, guys. It's a mission. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to secretly show you the Constitution. I promise. Haven't figured out how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. All right, red light. Got to stop. So over here on the right, guys, this is Ford's Theater. Yeah, this is where Abraham Lincoln was shot. And I showed you the bullet last week. The bullet was at the National Medical Museum. And Lincoln was taken across the street to Dr. Peterson's house, which is that house right there, and that's where Abe Lincoln died. The autopsy was performed at the White House with doctors from the medical museum, the military medical museum. And that's where they dug out the bullet with that probe I showed you. The video, I'll link to it up above in the top right.
He did it on
That
purpose.
was from last week. And that's a hidden museum up in Silver Spring, Maryland, just across the border from DC. Yikes. Oh, we made it. Let's go through the wider one. Woohoo! On Pennsylvania Avenue, guys. Back at the White House. They got the sprinklers on the north lawn today, watering the grass. Oh, the sprinklers are actually clobbering people on the sidewalk. That's actually probably pretty cool feeling. I bet that feels good. Let's go get soaking wet. It's a pretty day today. So we're in the, oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, it just went right to the edge. And no farther. Oh well. There is a mist coming off though. Ooh. Can you see the mist? People here are getting wet. That one, this one goes a little bit farther. Ah! There we go. We made it, but we're getting soaking wet. Feels good though. Feels really good. Pebble Beach, kind of busy today. We have the Marine today. We'll get you a photo of him because you guys always like to see the Marine. Man, he must be hot. It's so hot. He's in the shade at least. See it? Hang on. There he is, guys. As I've shown you many times, this is the Watergate Hotel, apartments, office buildings, infamous for the Watergate burglary, which was where agents of Richard Nixon broke into Democratic National Headquarters to plant listening devices and steal some documents and whatnot. It resulted in Richard Nixon resigning from office. But have you ever wondered why Watergate is called Watergate? Well, let me show you that. And that's just down the street a little bit. All right, let's swing down to behind Thompson's Boathouse, where all the rowing shells are out for people going out for a little stretch on the water. We, on the other hand, are going to go back behind the boathouse, something kind of cool, if it's still here. Should be. There it is. So this is part of an old lock and dam system called Tide Lock. It used to connect Rock Creek to the Potomac and let the canal boats come out. And then over here, let's cross over here. You can see the canal lock, what's left of it. But then over here is this like fence slash gate. And guys, this is the Watergate. Yeah, this was a sort of a gate that would keep Rock Creek separate from the Potomac. And that, guys, is how Watergate got its name, because the Watergate complex is right next to Watergate. Okay, so there's a person in the water playing in the beach, and she says the water is actually really quite nice right now. Maybe I should rent a boat and go out riding around or something. Or maybe we'll just take a water taxi. Okay, guys, so that was the Watergate. Let's spin into Georgetown and see what's going on. So right there, that yellow house, that's the Julia Child house. That's where Julia Child was her first house in Washington, D.C. before she was famous, back when she was a clerk, typist for the OSS, the precursor to the CIA. She used to live there. It was kind of a group house at the time. It just was sold for a couple $1 million. So let's spin back here on this back road, because there's something interesting back here behind his. There is a cemetery, an abandoned cemetery, basically, known as the Mount Zion and Female Union Band Cemetery. It hasn't been interring anyone since the 1950s or so, but this was an African American cemetery next to the more established and wealthier white cemetery over there. This is where many of the slaves and other African Americans were interned. Now, let's come up over this way. Some of the tombstones were knocked over and not taken care of, and they've sort of stacked them back up here, not knowing where exactly they belong. Now, let me see if I can find this one thing that's back here. I think it's back this way. Back off the beaten path. Sorta. Yep, here it is. There's a little building back here, guys. Hang on a second. Put the bike down. Yeah. And we'll go down this path here. Yep. So you see this little shed that's back here? This is where they stored the bodies in the winter months. All right, when the ground was too hard to intern everyone, they couldn't dig it up, they would store the bodies down in this little shed. But you know what else they stored here? Runaway slaves. You see, this building was part of the Underground Railroad, smuggling slaves out of the South to the North. And this was a stop that wouldn't get searched, wouldn't get checked on the Underground Railroad. So many people who were escaping slavery came north, and they actually stayed in this place with the corpses on their way further north to safety. And it's here in an abandoned cemetery back in Georgetown. Kind of interesting. There's more graves over here. Some of the details have just been etched away over time. Nobody knows who they were. 1878, Elijah Brown. Juanita Gregg, only a year old, poor thing. Ah, is this it? This is it. Back here, guys, is Nanny's grave. Nannie. Born May 26, 1948, and died May 18, 1856. But someone, nobody knows who, on her birthday every year, someone comes and leaves toys. You can see all these little toys have been left for Nanny. May 26 was just a couple weeks ago. And this has been going on for many, many years. Someone anonymously pays respect to a little girl who died age 7, almost 8. Nothing is known about her. Nothing more will probably ever be known about her. except that she's buried in this cemetery and someone remembers her legacy every year on her birthday. All right, rest in peace, Nanny. We're gonna slide out of the cemetery now. Now, there is a private organization, the Friends of Mount Zion Cemetery, that now helps maintain this cemetery and tries to do research about the people who were buried here, trying to find out more information. Perhaps maybe some of their descendants still live in the DC area. Okay, let's spin up this hill. Ooh, I hear a helicopter coming. And judging from the pitch of the rotor, it's probably a VH-92. It is the VH-92. I wonder where he's going. Yes, I can tell helicopters by the sound. My kids think it's embarrassing, but, well, I think it's cool. I should ride through the fountains over here on my right, because it's a kind of fountain riding day, if you know what I mean. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching once again. We will continue to make videos from Washington, D.C. for you, showing you what's up. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll have Marine 1 going off. We even have Marine 2 going off, but don't know if I'll be able to time that. And who knows? We got our big concert on the mall and Supreme Court decisions next week. So subscribe. Lots of stuff going on. See you all soon.